So my son James dropped me off at the DMV to check my money and so I can pay my bill, my phone bill. I have $170. Well, total I have a $500 savings, and then another $100 I'm trying to save up for a car so I can have transportation. I don't think I'm a good driver, but I drive pretty slow. And out in California, I had lost my medicine. I didn't know where it was. I couldn't find it. And so I was really perturbed, and I was driving, and my machine said make a U-turn to get back to the hotel, and I did it, not looking to see if cars were around me, and the guy hit me. He was obviously not happy either. He was going too fast, so we didn't get charged, either one of us, for our accidents. I didn't know anybody, and there goes my car, and all my stuff's in my car. So I had to think really quick and get my dogs out and a bag of their dog food, because I was on the train tracks, and the woman police officer said, "You're going to get hit." And I just kind of stayed there. I was like, fuck you. But she went over and she manhandled me to get me from being hit by a train. It's fucking ridiculous. I told her, I said, "You're not going to make a good police officer. You don't have much Andy Griffith in you." It was a power play. A lot of these police officers need to know this is a role in society that's very important, and not just feed their ego like, I can overpower you. I mean, this isn't football, and no one gets points when you abuse mentally ill people, and that's basically what we're talking about, is police abuse of the mentally ill. But then I look at the police and what they're doing, I'm like, you're mentally ill to want to have this job, most of you. I don't even know what happened, but I ended up at Long Beach Museum, and I was sleeping in front of it, and I woke up, I was like, oh my God, I'm in a museum. And so I put my stuff, the museum was closed, but they were having an artist session, like the artist in residence was having people up, and they let me come in the room, and we discussed not property, but community. And the reason I get to this is my son, it's all a stage. We all learn things as we go, and I've had some pretty hard lessons. It's like my whole house was burnt down. I had nothing. No money, no husband, no kids, nothing except for a homeless shelter. So I had that perspective a couple times in my life. I never expected to be homeless. I mean, no one really thinks of themselves as that. I don't even think addicts, that's not the reason I was homeless. The reason I was homeless is because the government doesn't provide mentally ill people with a stable environment in which to get better. In fact, I married my husband for that reason, because I needed a place to live, so I thought, well, you'll do. That's a Sirkin rhyme. You'll do. He knows what I'm talking about. And he didn't, though. After a while, the alcoholism got to be too much. I'm thankful. I think it's an Alison Morissette song, and she says thank you for everything she's been through. But my son is pretty motivated to do the right thing politically. And he keeps talking how the 1% has all the money. And he's taken a stance against Bill Gates, which I don't feel. I mean, I haven't seen any evidence that he has malintentions to the public. I think maybe he's a little overrated for what he's doing for the United States, because I do feel like Amazon and those billionaires, they owe it to the public to educate them to the point that they can take care of themselves and make good decisions. But then I look at Amazon, I'm like, did you ever read Dante? Did you read the Inferno? To me, the center of the earth is the Inferno. And you don't want your spirit going there from the metaphysical. And I in no way control the metaphysical, but I do see things happening at times. I'm like, whoa. I mean, is the world real? What is the universe? Oh my God, I had a penny slide across the floor 4 inches. And I just shook my head. I said, what the hell is going on? And then the painting that jumped off the wall. And then the time I tried suicide, and I ended up with an outer body experience, looking down at my body in the emergency room. And I was scared. I said, I have to get back in my body because I have children to take care of. I guess, Jim Morrison had those things at times. It may be that we call it a shaman, like someone in the nature, or a witch. Back in the old days, they may have called a witch that has some bizarre energy, some kind of energy that connects with the metaphysical. I can't explain it, but I think my son's going to get things correct, and I can't say he's not correct because I don't have any proof. Bill Gates, are you trying to kill us all like Trump? I don't see that. I see a much nicer, benevolent person. Plus, sometimes people want to make an over blanket statement about all rich people, and while a lot of rich people are very self-serving and don't do much for charity or agape, I feel like Bill Gates has an understanding of affecting the world in a good way, as long as his wife. Now, I could be all wrong, and I've honestly never met him in person, but I went to his foundation where he's employing people to check in and also put my hat in the ring for starting my nonprofit. Because once I get the money, I'm sure I can find people that'll do the work and that want to do the work. Zuckerberg seems nice to me. He just doesn't seem as corrupt as Trump, or some of these congressmen. Oh, trust me, I've been to their parties. We can all have a certain measure of happiness in our lives, even the mentally ill, the black, the Asian, the Hispanic, and also make good choices about bringing a family up. And that's what I'm saying is, like, once you realize that, then you do the right thing, because it is the right thing for the future of your children. And we all love our children.